Hello, it's me, Rebecca, Georgia, Veronica. I don't know what I'm saying. Guys, I have a towel on my head right now, and it feels like it weighs 100 pounds. While I have a headache, I blacked out last night. Basically, to sum everything up that I'm about to tell you, I think I blacked out. I think I did that. Oops. And now I have a headache and I have a 10-pound towel sitting on my head. I kind of love how people look when they have towels on their head. I think it's kind of hot. I think it's kind of cute. I don't know if that's a crazy statement, but I like it. I think it's a look. I wish that we could wear towels out in the public. One time, actually, one of my best friends, we were in Milwaukee, and I was in charge of going to get us breakfast sandwiches and coffees and be independent. And I took her car and I went to get us these things, and I got lost, and we realized that I couldn't be independent, and I for some reason could not find anywhere I was supposed to go, and I was panicking. So I had to go pick up my friend, but she had just freshly got out of the shower, so she walked through the mall with me with a towel on her head. So actually, maybe you can wear these in public, and I would like to start participating in that, and I would like to wear a towel on my head in the public. I think I'm going to do that. Not today, but maybe another day when I'm feeling like I need to be different and do a social experiment like that. I went to a Cinco de Mayo party yesterday. Woo fucking who. I love a Cinco de Mayo party. I love Cinco de Mayo. I love everything about it. It was also a housewarming party, so it was a mixture of the two, and it was so fun, and it was so perfect, and they had queso. Homemade queso. That was delicious. I was obsessed with it. I want more of it. I think I need to buy a crock pot so that I can make some, and I want to get into the crock potting world. I don't know how I don't have a crock pot yet, but I've heard that having a crock pot is life-changing. You can just put shit in there, it cooks, you just I don't know what they do, but I know that they change people's lives. And I also just realized that I need to stop saying that everything is changing my life, because that phrase needs to be thrown in the gutter. I think I used it way too many times, as you probably heard in the last podcast episode, as well as the vlog. I said it so many times. So we're done using that phrase. I need to stop. Queso. I love queso. It is my favorite food. Fun fact, I have an Instagram called Erica Rates Queso, and I've rated over 100 quesos. I feel like I've told you guys this, but I'm actually not sure. But I have that, and I do that, and I love queso, and I love cheese, and I love everything about it. And honestly, there's not a bad queso out there. I rate them, and I try to be serious about it, and I'm this is a 5, or this is a 6, or this is a 7, and try to get really serious about the queso. But truly, all queso is a 10 in my mind. I just try to really rate it to get the people talking. I'm this queso's a 5, but really to me it was a 10. But go follow Erica Rates Queso if you want to see more queso rating adventure stories. I think I've been doing it for 4 years, and I probably should have more queso than I actually have on there, but I love queso. Okay, so we went to a Cinco de Mayo party, and I kind of had a feeling that I was going to get hammered, but I didn't know the extent of my hammeredness. And I think that I got so drunk because I only had breakfast and then queso, because I kind of woke up really late. Because something about me, something that I do is on the weekends, I don't like to set an alarm. Ooh, someone's playing music outside. I'm not even kidding you. I think that every time I start podcasting, someone starts blasting music outside of our apartment. It's they just know that they should do that to annoy me. I don't even know what I was just talking about. Oh, okay. So I think that I got so drunk because I just had breakfast, because I don't like to set alarms on the weekends. I like to just let my body sleep in as long as it would like to sleep in. And I think I woke up at 11 a.m. So I woke up pretty late. Maybe I woke up earlier than that. I'm not really sure. But I know today I woke up at 12 p.m. So that was pretty late for me, but my body must have needed that sleep. So I'm not mad about it. But that is why I only had breakfast, aka lunch, and then I had a little snack, and then I didn't really have time to make dinner before going out. So my dinner was the queso, and I think that's why I ended up the way I ended up. So we went to the party. We had queso, they had guac, they had all the fucking things. They had margaritas on deck. I made a little drink here before. It had a blueberry lemonade vodka drink. It was literally to die for. It was actually so good that I kind of want it right now, even though I'm hungover. Like, I'm like, would that cure my hangover? Like, would that low-key make me feel better? I also think I'm gonna order Chinese food tonight because it sounds so fucking good. And I love door dashing food on Sundays when I'm hungover. It's like my favorite activity to just fucking order food and feast, and specifically Chinese food. That is like my hangover fix. Chinese food from this one specific place here, because they give you like 17 crab rangoons, and they're the biggest crab rangoons ever, and they're filled with so much love, and they're so fucking good. And now I think I need that. But back to the party. We go to a Cinco de Mayo party. There's all this food. There's margs. There's like everything a girl could dream of. We're playing the game Bullshit. Nobody was actually saying bullshit. That's like the problem with the game Bullshit. Like, I don't like to be like bullshit, because once you say bullshit, then like everybody starts saying it about you, and then they're like bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And I'm like lying the whole game. So yeah. Also, fun fact, if you ever play Bullshit, what I have learned is you should always, even if you don't have an ace, you should always be the one to be like, I'll start us off, because then people like think you know what you're doing, and they think you're like really good at it, because you're like, oh, I'll start the game off, you know? And then like, even if you don't have an ace, like people just assume that you have an ace because you started the game off. If that made any sense. So if you're ever playing Bullshit and you don't have an ace, no matter what, just be like, I volunteer to start the game, because everyone thinks you have an ace because you just agreed to start the game. Now, nobody play Bullshit with me, because then you're going to know that I'm lying the whole time. But my favorite card game to play is Spoons, but no one ever wants to play it. So if anyone listening to this would like to play Spoons with me, I would be more than happy to. It is my favorite game. I am so good at it. I used to make my family play it like at every Thanksgiving, and we need to bring that back, because it's literally my favorite game, and I'm obsessed with Spoons. Like, when I have a family one day, if I have a family one day, like, we're going to be playing Spoons every Friday night, and we're going to be throwing a party, a spoon party specifically. But we were playing games, we were getting frisky, we were doing things, we were getting a house tour, because our friends just moved into this house. That's why it was a housewarming party. We're getting tours. We're like, I'm envisioning like working there. Like, I don't know, I was just envisioning like if I lived there, like that's kind of what I do when I go in other people's houses. Like, I'm like, ooh, if I lived here, like this is what I would do. Also, our friend's house was so put together. Like, they have everything just like perfectly put together, which blows my mind, because I think I've lived in my apartment for like 3 months now, and I still have a box, but I don't know where to put the fucking shit that's in the box. Like, there is random shit in there, and my room is really small, so I don't know where to put any of the things in the box. But like, I should work on that today. I'm gonna do that after this. I'm gonna take the things out of the box and put them in random places. I think I need more storage containers. But we go to the party, we're having margaritas. I'm feeling like tipsy, but like not too tipsy. Like, I was feeling perfect. Someone offered me a Malort shot. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're sick in the head. Nobody should be drinking Malort. So I declined, which is very surprising, because normally if someone's like, you really should take a Malort shot, like I probably would have been like, yeah. But I was strong this day, and I said no. Then we took, I think, vodka shots, which turned into another vodka shot, which that should be my limit. Like, I should be cut off then. But then I knew that I was drunk, because we started walking to the bar, and there were these two men, part of the group, that were walking in front of us that for some reason I really needed to talk to them, but I did not know their names. And my friend walking with me also didn't know their names, so we just started guessing. So we were like, Jacob and Ryan. Nothing. We're like, Joe and Ryan. Nothing. We're like, Bobby and Jill. Nothing. Like, I don't even know where these names that I'm saying are coming from, but we were just like throwing names out there to see if they would reply. And then we finally said one of the correct names, and they're like, what's up? And then we start talking to them. We start telling them what they look like. One of them looked like a Brody, like the definition of a Brody. And I think like I'm getting that because he kind of looked like Brody Jenner in a way. So I was like, you are Brody and you are Noah. And wait, or maybe I named him Isaac. All I know is that we renamed them. And then they let us call them those names the whole night, and I still don't even know what their actual names are. And I kind of love that. I love that these men just let us pick their names for the night, and then they, like, genuinely the whole night, if I was like, Brody, they would reply. And that is iconic. We need more men like that. We need men that let you rename them for the night, and they reply to you calling them whatever name you think of. I asked them to rename me, and they gave me the name Jessica. And I'm sorry if there's a Jessica listening. Like, I love the name Jessica, but for some reason that offended me. I'm like, Jessica. I don't know if I have beef with a Jessica, but I think it's because my sister's guinea pig growing up was named Jessica. So now, like, I associate the name Jessica with a guinea pig because my sister's guinea pig was named Jessica. So when he was like, you look like a Jessica, I'm like, so you're saying I look like a guinea pig? But like, he obviously had no idea that I had a guinea pig named Jessica growing up. So like, not his fault. Also, if you were curious, my guinea pig's name growing up was named Kelly, and she died of a tumor. But I told them not to call me Jessica because I was like, I don't like, am not vibing with that name. But I also don't think they knew my name like the whole night. I still think they don't know it, and they just let me call them Brody all night. And like, you know, you're drunk. Like, these guys were cute, but like, you know, you're drunk when like you think someone's cute, and then like, but like, you wouldn't like go after them, and then you have like 3 more shots, and then you're like, wait, he's so fucking hot. Like, I'm glad that in my mind I could recognize that I was just hammered, because I was like, okay, wait, when I was 2 margaritas deep, like, I thought he was cute, but I didn't think he was the hottest man in the world. And now that I'm like 7 shots deep, I'm like, oh my God, Brody's hot as fuck, you know? So I'm glad that I could be like, girl, you just start seeing things when you're drunk. Like, you just envision like your future. Like, it's crazy. But we immediately start taking tequila shots when we went in the bar. I know I got like a vodka or a tequila soda or something, but like, for some reason, every drink I was getting, my friend was like, we should take shots with every single drink we get. And I was like, down. And I think that I need to like stop being down for every shot in the world, because I think that's why I end up the way I end up. But I think that it's because one time I was like, if I ever say no to a shot, like, something is wrong with me, and like, someone needs to check in on me. And I think I took my own phrase and like ran with that. So now every time someone is like, do you want a shot? I'm like, of course. Like, I would never say no to a shot. But I think that I need to start saying no to a shot, because I did not need any of the shots that I took. But I take a shot. I think I took another shot. We're dancing around. We were at this bar that like one time, a really long time ago, there was this man that I was obsessed with. I thought he was like the hottest man alive, and I thought he was like the coolest kid ever, but it turns out he wasn't. Turns out he played me, but in the moment, I thought he was really cool. And we had gone to this bar together, and he introduced me to this bar, and I was feeling a little bit sad for a second, but then I was like, fuck that guy. And then I think that's why I took another shot. You know, you just reminisce, and then you're like, you know what, I need to get over it, and I need to drink. I also think I went to this bar like right when I moved here, and like my friends all went home, but I didn't want to go home. So I think I like went to this bar and was talking to random people in this bar, like literally like over a year ago. And then like I went and got tacos with these random men outside of it, and we ate tacos in the street, and it was really lovely. But those are my 2 memories at this bar, like from previous times: eating tacos with random men and going there with a man that I was obsessed with that played the fuck out of me. What great times. But we're dancing around, we're buggying down. I think I'm hammered. Some of my friends were like, we're gonna go home, because they were also hammered, because one of the girls was taking just as many shots with me. Like, we were being the shot queens. Also, like, apparently we didn't pay for any of them, because she was like, people just bought all these shots for us. And I'm like, for real? Like, I used to have a problem where I was like, I'll buy shots for everybody, and then I was spending like $100 at the bar, and like, I don't make money to be doing that, so like, I don't need to be doing that. So I have stopped doing that. But like, I really didn't believe that we didn't buy any of the shots, but I checked my bank account and all I bought was the tequila soda. So feeling proud this morning. But they went home and I stayed, because one of the people in our friend group situation was like, there is a man coming here and you should meet him. Like, we think you guys would be perfect together. And I'm like, really? Show me a picture. They showed me a picture. He was cute, but like, not what I would typically go for. But like, honestly, I am a personality person. Like, looks are honestly nothing to me. Like, if you are a fun, good person with a great personality and we vibe, like, I'm sat and I'm ready to mingle. So I stayed, and I was like, okay, like, I've actually like really never had people like, I've never really had people be like, I have someone I want to introduce you to. So this was kind of like the first time that's ever happened. So I was like, okay, like, we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued. So the man gets there, and we have nothing in common. I don't really know what we talked about, but I know that we had like nothing in common, and it was very awkward, and he left like literally 10 minutes later. I don't know if it was because of me or if it was because of the vibes. He just said that he didn't like to go out much and didn't like the bar we were at, so he went home. And I'm like, you know what, we wouldn't have gotten along anyways, because I love to go out, and I literally have a podcast called The Hangover Series, and I think that might have scared him a little bit. He asked what it was about, and I started telling him, and I think he was very scared. Also, guys, the bodyguard from last week's episode where I talk about the man walking me home, the bodyguard called me. He literally called me and was like, do not say my name in your podcast, and like kind of addressed like, don't say my name. And I was like, sir, I would never do that. Like, we do not expose anyone's names. Everything is secret. I work in the FBI. Like, this is so secret. No one will know who you are. But like, also, people are that scared of me that I'm just gonna like come on here and be like Robert Swift. Like, you know, people think, I don't even know who that is, but people think that I'm gonna do that. Just know I would never expose you. But I told him that. I'm like, I would never say your name. You just happen to be a part of the story. But no one will ever know who you are. So, shout out the bodyguard. But, like, please don't be worried. No one's going to find out that you walked me home. No one knows your identity. It's all going to be okay. And, yeah. But this man left. I think knowing about the pod scared him. I really didn't know, like, people were this scared of the podcast. Like, I'm not going to be exposing anybody. Nobody freak out. Like, your identity is safe with me because I work in the FBI. Okay, so the guy that they were trying to set me up with, like, leaves the bar. Also, this is, like, really blurry, so bear with me. But he leaves the bar, and I order an Uber. Everyone was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry that it didn't work out. But I'm like, oh, my God, guys, it's all going to be okay. And thank God the Uber that picked me up was so cool. We were such a vibe. For some reason, I also need to work on this. When I am drunk, I love to sit in the front seat of Ubers because I like to play music and I like to chat. Like, I am a drunk chatter. I want to talk to everybody and I want to learn all their deepest, darkest secrets, and I want to tell them all my deepest, darkest secrets, and I just want us to like bond. So I'm walking to my Uber. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, girl. And I'm like, can I sit in the front? And he's like, of course. So I sit in the front. We're vibing. I'm going to have to show you guys this TikTok. I think I was going a little bit crazy. And I think that because I saw a TikTok of like Addison Rae going out the window and like she looks so gorgeous and she's like singing her song, her like hair's blowing in the wind, she's like out of the window. I was like, oh my God, she's such an icon. Like, I saw that vision and drunk me was like, I'm gonna make this vision come to life. So while I'm hammered in this Uber driver's car, I have a TikTok of me trying to do that. Like, I'm literally sticking my head out the window, trying to like sing a song. I don't even think I had an audio playing. Like, I think you just hear the wind. I obviously do not look gorgeous and beautiful like Addison Rae did. And I just don't know who I become. Like, the fact that I thought that I could just make this video when I'm hammered, like Addison was definitely not hammered when she made that video in the car. So I don't know what I was envisioning. I like kind of want to show you guys the video, but I kind of also don't, because do we need that on the internet? Like, probably not. Like, should I probably even be sharing this? Like, probably not. But my Uber driver was amazing. And then as we're driving home, I started to get so hungry, of course, because apparently when I drink alcohol, I'm just so hungry. So I'm like, can we please go to McDonald's? And he's like, if you add the stop, yes. I was like, okay, period. So I add the stop to McDonald's. I run in McDonald's. I order, I don't even know. Like, I think I just saw something on the menu and I was like, I will have that. And then I ordered my Uber a Sprite. I don't even know if he likes Sprite, but I just assume like everybody likes Sprite for the most part. I feel like everybody likes Sprite and everybody likes Diet Coke. Like, those are things you can't go wrong. If I had ordered like an orange Fanta, like that would be weird of me. But like Sprite, Diet Coke, like I assumed he would like those and I didn't want a Sprite. So I got him a Sprite, I got a burger, I got fries, and I got chicken nuggets, and they were delicious. And yeah, I ran back into the Uber and he began to drive me home. And then I was like, we should make a TikTok. And he was so down. So I will post our TikTok because I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I'm like, should I start making TikToks with all my Uber drivers? Or like, are they not all going to be down for that? Like, I'm scared. Uber drivers are going to come forward one day and be like, she made me make a TikTok and she blasted Ariana Grande and she was screaming and she was hanging out the window. Like, what? I hope he gave me a good Uber rating. Like, I'm scared. But we made a TikTok together and it was adorable and I'm obsessed with him and it was great. And then I went to bed, I'm pretty sure. I think I like FaceTimed my friend and she was having like a very wholesome night with her friends and they were painting things. I think they showed me their paintings. They were like also having a book club night and I'm over here like eating McDonald's, like telling them that I got my Uber to make a TikTok with me. But yeah, I think I might have just given you guys like a little bit too much information. Like, I think I might have just shared a little bit too much, but that's what I'm here for. And I hope that someone has a similar story. Like, is anyone else making TikToks with their Uber drivers, or is it genuinely just me? Because it could just be me, but like, that's okay. We need more people making TikToks with their Uber drivers. Everybody stand up and start making TikToks with your Uber drivers. I need to see it. I can't be alone in this world. But that is kind of all I had for you guys today. I think next weekend I'm going to be getting a little bit crazy. I'm going to be getting a little bit wild. I'm going to be getting a little bit of, I don't know what I was going to say, but I hope to stand on a table and do the splits basically. But that is genuinely all I kind of have for you guys today. This episode was very short, very sweet, but like not much happened this week. And that is like my night. I think I went home at like 1 a.m. and I was sat and now it's Mother's Day. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am obsessed with you all and I will catch you guys next week.